quick one right now. Now, like I mentioned, they both have pretty much the same exact camera setup. So a wide-angle lens, ultra-wide sensor, and telephoto lens, but no LiDAR sensor on the 11 Pro Max. But look at the camera size difference, dude. The 13 Pro Max camera is a massive size camera for sure. This is a much bigger sensor than the 11 Pro Max, which is good because it's potentially a better camera. But like I mentioned before, you can film in the same video resolutions on both cameras. So same 4K at 60, there's no 8K on the 13 Pro Max. So both 4K at 60 on the front and the back. So do keep that in mind. There's not that big of a difference there. Now, in terms of the actual camera UI, I was able to tell that they're essentially the same. Like, you can probably even tell which one is which. The 13 Pro Max is right here, well, the flat sides. But pretty much the same camera modes. You have portrait mode, panoramic mode, slow mode, but you do have a new cinematic mode on the iPhone 13 Pro Max. It's essentially portrait mode, but a video format of it. And you can see for some reason mine doesn't want to work, so that's very weird. It was working before. And like I mentioned, this is just, a glitch. It's not going to be like this forever, but it is a cool feature. But for it to be like one of the mainly only features of the 13 Pro Max, it's kind of surprising, to be honest, and I was expecting a bigger difference. Now, with the iPhone 11 Pro Max camera, it's still a very good sensor. You have the ultra-wide sensor, telephoto lens, you can zoom in and out a lot. And I think this camera is great. I don't think it's like the best camera anymore, but it's a very good sensor, and it's really not that crazy big of a difference from the 13 series as far as I can tell. There's probably some more post-processing going on, and obviously that cinematic mode, which is really cool. But the 11 Pro Max camera is still very good for sure, without a doubt, at least in my opinion. Now, with the 13 Pro Max, obviously it is probably the better camera. You have, first of all, a much smoother experience zooming in and zooming out of photos. That was one thing I was immediately able to see, which is pretty surprising because I wasn't expecting that to be that big of a difference, but it kind of is. But the big difference is that cinematic mode. You do now have that cool little feature where you can get that portrait mode video. Now, again, I don't even think it's a crazy big deal. We have tested it a little bit, and I think it's cool, but I just don't know, because for people who have like DSLRs like myself, I'm never going to just rely on this. But for people who have, only their iPhone camera, it's actually a pretty decent, feature at least. But I feel like it also could have been, a software update. The 11 Pro Max could easily handle it too. But that's pretty much a quick camera comparison. Like I mentioned, I'll do a full one very soon.